are live. Maybe we should try to find some music. DVD. It's a box. You're my goat. Oh, fine. Ba, 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 ba. Why the heartbreak, Django? What's up, Kaiba? Ohio shit posting. How's it going? Who is excited for Absol? YouTube's popping. Twitch is dead. Funny. Usually it's the other way around. What was I listening to last time? What does it say in the description? As the title says, we are waiting for Absol to start and theoretically then Darkrai after. It doesn't look like we're... I know a lot of people have been speculating about additional raids, but at this point, I think if we're getting another one, it's going to be at the halfway mark and not after this. Not what I'm banking on, but we'll see. Who knows? Anything can happen. What's my desktop? Is it 0? So I can test this out really quickly. Oh, the music I was using last time is no longer available. Sweet. Okay. It doesn't matter. Might as well just... Carl Casey had White Bat Arleo. What's everybody doing in the event? Yo, Rick Riley, thank you for the kind message. Happy to do the guides. Time to wait for the last 2 raids. Yep, golfer. That's what we're doing. Should be about 20 minutes. The raid goat. I don't know about that, but I make YouTube videos. I guess it was mostly like synthwave. I think I got sick of listening to synthwave. Doing some pumpkin right now. What are you using, Kaiba? What team? Unless you don't want to share and you want to gatekeep, then more power to you. My teammate hit Shalfa Golurk recently. It's crazy. From a raid? Or were they egging it? That's insane. Oh, I forgot that the aspect ratio is all messed up here. You can't see my game. There we go. Hide that. Selling some Krooks on the GTL for fun. Great work recently, Cav. Thank you. Send. I'm just using Formontropius. It's a good one. Solid. I am waiting for the raids, Tashi. Hello says, not Samu. Hello. We've got 18 minutes here per my estimation on the raid. So we'll see how long it takes to come after that. The Shellfolk alert was an insane hit. Saw in GC. GG's to the teammate. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, hitting. Yeah, wow. Its stats are nice too. That's so nuts. That is wild. What an insane hit. Where is Absol? 2024 Halloween raid info. Nova Guidance Chamber. Somebody hit me with a follow. I don't have alerts anywhere, but I heard the sound alert. So thank you for that. I don't know if I have the. Oh, I don't have the alert window. Now I do. I don't know if it's connected or not, but whoever that was, thank you. Absol, Guidance Chamber, and Unova. F that. I think we're doing Kanto Route 10. Another follow. See if the alert pops up this time. Yeah. Skelly. Thank you for the follow, Selly. I don't go live all that often. More so during events. I decided to go live for this one just because I'm sitting around here doing nothing while I'm working, but like, you know. And we'll see. I do have somewhere to be later, so if Darkrai happens to be very challenging for some reason, probably won't get to the 5-star, but I think it's going to be the same as last year if I had to guess. Where's Route 10? That's 11. That's 8. That's 10. So I think it's there and up. Oh no, this is the one that's right by the power plant. That one. So we're going to chill here and wait. Rare type of YouTube recommending me a Cavs stream. What's good? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen all that often. All for Route 10 Kanto. Yeah, thanks. Just saw that now. Do you need a link member for the raid? Not at the moment. I have some people ready to go, but I will let you know if I do. Absol soon. Yeah, Panera. I was hoping the raids come early today. Nope. 20 hours in between everyone. 20 hours. And 14 minutes to go. I've been wanting to do... Oh, I had to turn the alerts off. I think that I was getting alerts while I was recording one time. That's why I turned them off. Do something funny really quick. Good item listings. Is Noctowl raid expected? I'm not aware of a Noctowl raid. Is there a Noctowl raid coming up? MMO Sky, thank you for the follow. What was I doing? That's what I was doing. Hmm. Do you usually play the event content or not apart from the raids? I do, depends on the content. The PV legend, I've been waiting to find your stream on Twitch. Yeah, it's been a rare occurrence. Do you usually play the event content or not apart from raids? It depends on the event. I was doing pumpkin at the start of the event. I haven't really had the inclination to do more hard mode. I'll do some of the scavenger hunts just for funsies. I want to do the raids. I wasn't going to do darkrai initially, but I think that I can potentially eke out a way to get darkrai on all of my alts. For those of you that don't know, I have 24 alts. All of them at least have Unova done, and some of them have all regions done. Some of them have an additional region or two in like Kanto or something. I am gearing up for Christmas more so than I was this event. But I forgot that the Darkrai 4-star raid is pretty easy and will probably only require 2 OTs. So I might be able to get away with using my Murkrows with it. What mons do we need for Darkrai? I'm going for 4 Darkrai's at least, yeah. You need for Darkrai probably like 4 fighting types. Goofbox, thank you for the follow. 4 or 5 fighting types, and then something. If one of those is like a Medicham or a Gallade, they're very good because what Darkrai does, its main like gimmick, aside from the lead sleep, which you can use a Vital Spirit Primate to get around. It won't sleep, or you can just use a Chesto Berry on like a Medicham. So it inverts typing so that Psychic will become super effective against it. So last year, so you want to use like Psycho Cut on Medicham or Psycho Cut on Gallade. And then the 5-star version inverts not only the typing, but also inverts physical and special. So you want to click Psychic on Medicham because Psychic will become a physical attack. Thanks, I forgot about my Alpha Gallade for Absol and Darkrai. Yeah, they're great. 24 alts, yeah. I have quite a few alts. I was going to do this, but I haven't seen. Does anyone know if they've updated the colorable mermaid hair on like the cosmetic thing? Just want to pop in and say thanks to the guys. Thank you for popping in, Bullets. Appreciate it. Let me see. Let me check the hub for their cosmetic helper tool. Does it count as a hat? Is the question. Doesn't look like it's in the game or in their thing yet. When does Darkrai drop? Presumably in 9 minutes. Struggling with Mandibuzz, even though I prepped Thundermons, never good enough for 4 accounts. I didn't have that much of a struggle. What Thundermons do you have? Or do you just not have enough Thundermons? Do you want to borrow some? I can send you, Kev. Change style is still bugged for me, if you mean something like that. Is that for the changing the mermaid hair? When you preview the hair, there's a box to tick that says hide hat. Yeah, I know about that. So, oh, Rainer's stuck on Mandibuzz too, Kev. Uh-oh. Wide mix, gotcha. I have one of each electric type. It's a mess. Yeah, you kind of just want like 4 Plusle, 4 Minoon, 4 Ampharos, 4 Manectric, and then fill the rest. Mandibuzz is hard. It took me like 2 hours with the Bungus team. Yeah, Mandibuzz is pretty frustrating. I think that compared to last year, like as we collectively as a player base have gotten better, the coordination I think for like something like Scolipede is pretty straightforward. You don't need like a wide variety of Pokemon. You just need people to click Haze and Tailwind on 2 particular turns. But then Mandibuzz stays hard just because it's like you're not hitting damage cap. And if you don't have the very specific Pokemon that make it easier, it's like every slot that you have that isn't as close to optimal as it can be just makes it that much harder. And so it's just this like kind of compounding effect where the Scolipede is just pretty much like, do you click your buttons at the right time? Yes. Do I have an expected release time for Absol? Yes, 7 minutes from now. Mandy was kind of free for me. Second try only because I forgot Tailwind expired. Yeah. I think I did the exact same thing with my alts. I don't have, if I had prepared like I thought I would, what I wanted to do is at least prepare my like 4 main characters that like that I'll use simultaneously with. Oh, wait, I just had an idea. I might not have enough time. I forgot that my Embors are OT. I don't even know where they are. There's one. I think they're on the other accounts. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Rainer. I also still don't have a plus Ampharos prep, which is crazy oversight. Yeah, kind of important. I think Manectrics are still pretty cheap. Can I get this together? I have the Gallades. I could go. What do I need for Darkrai 4? Leads. Mandibuzz Jail's tough. Yeah, everybody's talking about Mandibuzz Jail right now. 7 minutes? Yeah, I would recommend prepping. Okay. I don't have Primates, so I would need a couple more. See if anyone's buying them right now. Are you vital? 1. I need 1 more. Your anger point, that's so annoying. My boxes are a mess. Please ignore. I could probably flip these in a second for like a lot anyway. I'm doing a thing where I buy a thing instead of just going to get it. Oh, but it's in Guidance Chamber. Do I really want to do this? It'll take me so long to get my alts there. It's 5-star Darkrai worth going through the pain of doing. It's pretty good money. It's like 100k every 6 hours at current Dream Essence prices, and those will just go up whenever Darkrai actually has a PvE use. So it's entirely up to you. I think it'll be the least. It'll definitely be less farmed than last year, so there's gonna be much less Dream Essence supply. Level 79 hair costs calf lagging on prep SMH. Yeah. I'm so grateful I just kept all the random raid bonds and breeding them last year on my alts. Yeah, that's clutch as brick. Let me Just dump these. My boxes are just a fucking shit show. I need to get U3. I need to make sure the Embors are on the right account. 3 Metachams, and I think the 3 Heracrosses will do it. Last Embor. Which one are you? Here. 3 4As. Embor, and then the Heras. Heracross. Oh no, fuck me. I just went out of my way to not swear and then. Okay. Wait, didn't I just... Oh yeah, because I only need 3. So I'll get rid of one more Primeape. How's stream going? You ready for Absol? Barely. Darkrai can def skyrocket an E4 strat with it gets found. Yes. Or really any kind of PvE content that we might not be expecting yet. The only thing that's been challenged for me is the stupid OT Rex. Yeah, that's kind of the point of them. Seeing your boxes makes me happy. Not the only one that hasn't time to sort. They were a little bit more sorted, and then I've just not been playing much other than just logging on to do the raids recently. I was very busy over the weekend. Okay, so that's going to be Hera, then Murkrows. Okay, so this is going to 4 Vs. L2 3 Vs. Mail to have 1. Does that comp work? Because I got Medi-Galade for late. That's inversion. What are the 3 mechanics? There's a second Dark Void. How did do we safeguard for that? Do we ignore that? I think we ignored that. Or we push on the last one, then there's 15%. Yeah, that's what we did, but that's not... There's a 40% Dark Void. And 25% is invert typing. Lead all Chestone Tailwind, ignore Nasty Plot. Tailwind gets T5, so I got a T... Okay. I don't want to Tailwind with this guy. I'll just grab one more fighting type, I suppose. Who's it going to be? Where's my Embor? Oh, it's probably on another guy. It'll just be Breloom's not enough. Good old Hitmonlee. Sure. I can get you to Kanto. I can get you to Kanto. Oh yeah, I should probably check if the raid's up really quick. Oh, it's not? Uh-oh. Am I fucked? Damn, maybe I was wrong. Oh well. Guess we're waiting longer. Am I timing off? I'm actually so jealous of your effortless swagger. That is the most interesting compliment I've ever been paid. Thank you. Chestode. Are you farming the event with your alts? Some of the alts, not all. Yeah, I don't know what to do. If it's not live right now, then maybe this just stays waiting room. Yeah, let me check my math here. Because it was 8 p.m. last night, wasn't it? I had it figured out for the other raids. Like it was midnight and then 8 p.m. and then it should be 4 p.m. this time if they continue with the 20-hour cycle. But it's pretty clear at this point that they're not continuing with the 24-hour cycle. So I don't know what that means. Yeah, 11:05, 4 p.m. Just finished up all my raids up to Scully on alts. Working Scully being... Oh yeah, Scully being down. Help me do my Mandy raid. I'm still dying over here. You know what? How... Oh, damn it. Where is Mandibuzz again? Okay, I'll go there. Does anyone in chat also need Mandibuzz? And do you have plus and minus Pokemon? Please respond. Sinnoh 207 is easy, but I do not have Sinnoh 207. Actually, I might on this guy, I forget. Oh, I do. Oh, well. Can I buy everything quickly, you think? Yeah, you just need one OT. And you need to have eaten up to Mandibuzz. I would go with Manectric is probably one of the cheaper ones because it was a Cherish Ball Mon at level 100. Yeah, and those got expensive. Okay, I gotta sell mine. Sick. So, never mind. Ampros. Ampros, HA. Let's say 80. Why does Doc say non-prankster haze? I think last year it didn't work. Sell. I think last year either I thought or it didn't actually work that haze, because it hit a prankster Pokemon, I thought that it would not work at all. But because it's a field effect and not a like direct targeted move like Defog would be, it does in fact work. So you can ignore that part. Let's go 31. Gosh dang, dude. I might just sell now because I have to rebreed everything. That's such a pain. Breeding Primate for Darkrai. Any advice? Just 31 attack, 31 speed, and a plus attack nature. And ability pillet to Vital Spirit if you need. How many people do we need, Rainer? I have 2 accounts at the thing. Ready to go. Don't you need to beat all 3 stars for 4-star? Yeah, you do. Unfortunate. Is it confirmed Darkrai now? No. Everything prior, I mean, obviously, Banette and Galvantula both came out at awkward times because they were bugged and they both just dropped at the same time. They were already supposed to be released. Everything else came out 20 hours after the other one. 2 accounts plus me would be 3. I can do 3 if need be. Can do 3. Well, I have the attention of a lot of people. Does anyone have a screenshot of the yellow mermaid hair? You get Blood Lotus from the goodie bags, or they drop from an item in the raid? The Blood Lotus is from Pumpkin hard mode and additionally an item that drops from goodie bags. I believe Pumpkin goodie bags, but it might be both. So the Blood Lotus particle effect item is 204 floor right now. Cabbage to the people, you get my vote. Thank you. They do not drop as an item from the raid. They get automatically applied at random at a very small chance to Pokemon that complete the hard mode raid. Yo, thanks for the follow, Rick Riley. Okay, we're popping off on YouTube. Look at that, 64. If it didn't drop now, I don't know when it is going to. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I'm trying to think when, if it's not consistent every 20 hours, like maybe UTC tonight, UTC midnight tonight, maybe, well, I guess that would also be, 24 would be back at 8. It could be 8 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. today, Eastern Standard. Hello, bro. Hello, Sensei. How you doing? Hey, Gav. Hope you're doing I can't read. Happy you're having a good start to the event season. Thank you, Sky Eats Me. I am. I'm having a great start. I wasn't really super prepped for Halloween, but that was kind of by design. I'm looking forward a little bit more. Just my style of play lends to better return on investment. Spamming raids is better in Christmas and in Lunar New Year. For perspective on how stretched thin I am on raid mons, I'm running Thunder Starmie on some accounts to hit OT claws. I use Murkrow for all of my OTs on my alts. Knowing the PokeMMO does, it could be 10 p.m. tomorrow night. I mean, absolutely, it could be. She says, hey, Cav, I want to say thank you for making all the guides for these past event seasons. Thank you. It was super unexpected when I put out a guide for the first Lopunny video for the first raid. The stream went down. Never mind. Uh-oh. Did it hiccup? It might have. Yeah, what do you think we'll get if we already got the Darkrai Summon Orb last year? I'm going to be straight up with you. I think that we're getting another Darkrai Orb. Or a Wishing Stone. Is any of your accounts going to use a Rain Setter? I don't think I had the Rain Setter on any of my alts. No, I think it was on my main. Yeah, no. Wow. Then I'll be the lead Rain Center. Okay. Yeah, I guess that might be best. I have to load up screen copy for my phones. We better not be I'm got bad news for you. I think it's gonna be a Wishing Stone. They have to drop it now, or at least it's compensation for the Scully bug. I think that would be like the reason why they didn't drop it now. unfortunately. Let's see. Need to open up a terminal window. There's one. Move you down here. I'm reorganizing. You can't see it though. And then load up my other one here. You kind of here. That should be good. We're getting a potential fourth. Okay, no worries. Let me know. We get New Moon Island right after Absol? Presumably. That's how it worked last year. The strange chunks finish assembling, and then you get the one. Can't find anyone on team active looking for Mandy. What is the minimum level Mon should be for the next two raids? Absol and Darkrai 4-star, both level 80. Do we just run it? Yeah, might as well send it. Do I have you on this alt? You need 4 OTs to do raids. You only need 1 OT for all of the raids so far. It is very likely that the 4-star OT Darkrai raid, or sorry, the 4-star Darkrai raid will require 2 OTs. I can just invite you, Rainer, I guess. I don't know why. Invite myself. Okay. Wasn't it 24-hour intervals the raids drop? Yes. I think the OT requirements are uniform by the star difficulty. Not exactly. They're close, but not quite. Want to lead? I never saw the Tailwind fail, but I'll do that. No, I'm gonna gamble it just because I like to have the med tricks for later. If it fails, we just go next. Have carry services now for sale. Free if you have previously held a world record in the gym rerun 1 hour any percent category. I believe that narrows it down to 2 people. Cav. Carry service is now for sale. Exactly, Cody. Exactly. Oh, sorry, I don't have the battle log up here. There we go. Why is that one so bad? My Ampharos is like dog. This one's at least EV trained. Oh yeah, my Amphoroses are kind of bad. Gotta fix that. Oh my god, this one has 0 special attack IV. Oh god, what have I done? I guess it's my own OT. Oh, you know what I did? I know what I did. I don't think that like anyone would really pay for the. How do you get a 0 special attack? You'd be very unlucky as how. How do I get all Pikachus? I'll go 1. Rainer, are you going a non plus? I'll send plus minus or Pikachu, depending. Rainer, because I got all Pikachus. Up to you. If you want to use it now, I can send one. If you don't, I can send another. We'll have plus minus boost for pretty much every other turn at this point, though. Have intentionally sabotaging the raid. Exactly. You pick though and tell me. Actually, I think I can just go. Thank you for the follow. Can I get there in time? Lord Hyperions. Thank you. These are my worst attackers, so it's good we're getting them out of the way now. The Alpha Glow. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal with that is. Yeah, when you zoom in, it's red, but when you zoom out, it turns into like a black drop shadow. I don't know what the deal with that is. I think we're on a pretty good pace here. Oh, damn. That's going to hurt. Yep. Okay, we lost the Ampharos. No biggie. What do you have again? Did you bring anything else? You did bring a Murkrow. Okay. I'm going to haze here on one guy and then do the Nectrix on my other guy. See if we can't eke out a couple more thunders from our dudes here. Thunder. The lightning and the thunder. Maybe it is Shalfa. Maybe I'm about to get a Shalfa, even though I can't get another one right now. It's doing the same thing on all of mine, though, so I don't know, like on all my screens. You can't see the other ones, but as it zooms in, it's doing the same thing. Absol Rock Slide. Yeah, I don't know if the haze is really going to do anything, but it's better than nothing. Because I have those slots occupied by OTs. I guess I could have dropped one on this alt that you guys are spectating because I forgot that this is an OT Ampharos. No, 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 no. Thunder. Do we know if plus minus boost works across the field if there's still an invisible wall in the middle of our side? I'm fairly confident that there's no longer an invisible wall and they fixed it. It was a problem up until Lunar New Year of last year, and I'm pretty sure they fixed it then. But that was turn 3, right? Yeah, okay, this is turn 4. We need Tailwind next turn. On how many alts are you doing the raids? Just 3 alts, so 4 total, probably. There's a slight chance that I just decide to say screw it and 4.2 from Raikou. Or a big fat 5.4 from Plusle. Ouch, Brick Break hurt. Raikou will probably live, I think. Well, that was a slow Ampharos, holy. Good thing I used him then. We need some more parahaxing here for luck. I don't know if it felt like it was fixed. It felt like it was fixed for this event. Yeah. If I had more consistent guys, I could more easily figure that out. All right, I have Tailwind. We will go Manectric and Humpy Dumpy. Imagine getting Shelf on stream. Unfortunately, I have done the raids on these alts in particular. It is a Tailwind turn, right? Yeah. I'm double checking and then clicking Tailwind here so that I don't mess it up. Because that would be obnoxious. Yeah, Lev, there's a slight chance if I figure out how to do Darkrai 4-star, I could make a bunch of Mons for my alts. But I think I'll be able to do it on at least 4. I forgot that I have Embor OTs for my like 4 main characters. Haircutter's a good pick there. You like that? I wonder, Rainer, have you ever seen? So like, let's say it picks Aircutter and then gets parahaxed. Does it eat the 2 moves? I don't know if I've noticed that yet. We get a Manectric and a Zapdos save, which is pretty good. We'll go Plusle. So I think I'll get Darkrai orbs on. I already have one on one of the free alts. It does consume 2 actions if he pairs on an AoE move. That's pretty clutch. Just annoying that it has. Happened twice in a row in front of my Heatran one attempt. Oh, interesting. It paired there, but it didn't need any actions. I wonder if that's a bug. We'll see. I score EQ will probably kill both Plusles because they are toilet paper. They are wet toilet paper. This is where it's helpful. Never again use Nightshade. To have Nightshade. He's got Nightshade on his Murkrow. Let's go. I was just about to say. So I am lazy. And I don't have Nightshade on my Murkrows for my alts because I use them as a Flymon to get to and from raids. Yeah, Parrot, so speed drop down via dynamic speed. Interesting. Okay. Can you pick up the thought you had on Darkrai alt prep? Yeah, so if I were to make, like, let's say a single Metacham, I think that I could get away with using my Murkrow T and then a Metacham for all 24 alts, which would be a bit of an undertaking, but I would just like pay someone to help me level as I was leveling them. So like I would take half and they would take half. I guess I'll just haze this. This fly is going to do absolutely no fucking damage. Nightshade does fixed amount of damage in case you're wondering. So I would go like Metacham on all of them. I could get away with the lost damage. I would need 2 of the slots to be Murkrow, but I think 2 would be kind of wasted. But I don't really care. I think I'll get enough damage for the 4-star. I don't care about doing the 5-star on all of them. I could theoretically make 5-star teams for just like 4 and then 4 box them. But I have so many Dream Essences left over and they're not valuable yet. So I'm not like super stressed about it. So I think that I would maybe devote all that time to getting Darkrai orbs on all 24 alts. And then that way I have Darkrai as an OT for all of my alts, which could be very powerful in the long run. Reminder for everyone making raid alts, you can do the Unova story with Gallade to level it. Yeah, you can turn that raid alt into a free speedrun mon. So you can start a new alt to use that Gallade. I guess the hard part is you need to breed it on the new alt. So you'd have to like use it on a new alt, but breed it on another one. Mandibuzz fled. What the heck? So those are the Cav carry services in case anyone else wants to. Like I said, they're free. Oh, hello again, everyone. Yeah, I'd love to have 12 Darkrai's when you do some nefarious shit. Yeah, exactly. Because then every time I'm like, oh shit, I can't use a Murkrow here on this alt because like I just need that little extra damage. The little extra damage could easily just be like Darkrai clicking a non-stab whatever move. Because like you've got, I mean, it would be tougher, but like Roar of Time would be cracked. Because this is a BP move and E4 reruns just got nerfed, so you'd have to just like go sit and farm BP on every alt to get Roar of Time on it, which would be funny. But that could be good. Other than that, you've got Bolt Beam between Thunder and Blizzard. I don't know about. I think Spatial Rend has just kind of the same problem as Roar of Time, and if you're going to pick one, you might as well just go with Roar of Time. But then otherwise, you could just like Dark Stab, Dark Pulse, Snarl if you need the AoE, whatever. Like there's a ton of options. It's got a ton of coverage between all of that. Darkrai's the king of coverage, so it could easily be achieved per raid. Exactly. So it's like it's just super nice to have as a backup. I don't have the desire to sell it like I might have for some, like if I got Jirachi on all of my alts. Do I want, a couple mil per alt, or do I want to have the option to have the OT? Same goes for Shaman. Do I want the 600k, or do I want the stab seed flare, right? But do we know if I would have bet a lot of money that Absol was coming today. Already gone asked, do we know if it's coming today or just hoping? I would have bet a lot of money that came out a half hour ago. And it's not out, so I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I need to do the Mandibuzz. Yeah, Mandibuzz is painful. Let's watch some people. Let's backseat. I wish you could see the comp and spectate, but do you think there will be any new raids this year? I think that there's like a 20% chance that we get a new raid in the form of like one that is separate from the normal ones that we got. Jirachi seems to be like a no-brainer to sell. Yes, typically, yeah. But like, I have enough money that I don't need to like just stack it further. So it's like I could just save the Jirachis. Like next year, I might just save the Jirachis because you never know when Jirachi would be useful. And if I just have an OT Jirachi on every mon, that means I'm that much closer to if a new raid drops that's like a new legendary and Jirachi is used for it on like, you know, you need 4 of them for whatever reason. That's like 12 mil that I don't have to spend per run. You know what I mean? So if I already have it, then it's already in. Oh, and I couldn't, and then I'd have to figure out the OT somewhere else. Yeah. Yeah. So like I would think it would be like a new legendary raid. Like not like I don't think Cresselia is coming at Absol, but I do think it's going to be a little while. And we get Cresselia separately if we were to get something like that. Or we get like a an Alpha Entei, or we get like a I'm getting pinged for my lies about Absol. Maybe now with the E4 AI adjustments, I could perfect some of the battle tower teams I've done. Yeah, if I were the czar of PvE content rewards, I would up battle tower, maybe up battle palace slightly. Didn't they release Heatran on some event too? And it's a perma raid. Yeah, it came out at the same time as another event. So there is a chance that we just get another perma raid like that. Yeah, like it could be a Cresselia perma raid. It could be a limited raid like Alpha Entei or Alpha Raikou. Something else that we're not thinking of. I know Spidget wants Mew. Who knows? There's a lot of potential options. I want to know how many mons these guys have left, because that's the real question. Doesn't look like it's going all that great for them. Maybe not. If it's not up at 5 o'clock, I'm just gonna call it because I do have somewhere to be at 6:30, and I'd rather just like go get ready for that than sit on stream. I was gonna like rush to do it while I was like recording and stuff, but I feel like Cresselia would be the most likely candidate, and then the Alpha Dog would be like Winter, Lunar, New Year. Yeah, seems possible. Let me log in my main on another screen so I can see what's going on. Yo, thank you for the follow, Panda. And Centuries, thank you as well. I am gonna be out from like 6:30-ish to like 8 night, so I really hope it doesn't drop then, but it is what it is. So there's a little chat going on. I don't know how like I don't know how like vet status people viewing are, but in case you're a new player, there's a guy in the Petrowski Discord that just said he said the big issue is that time is money during these events. I don't want to waste time grinding on breeding optimal Pokemon when I can be out there getting all these goodies. That's why I don't think I will tackle the hard mode pumpkin. I think that that's a really smart decision from new players because it's so much effort. It's so many. It takes so much of your resources to go do hard mode pumpkin, and it's also the lowest return on investment. So there, like all new players, you should just use your catching Pokemon to like go catch swarms. Maybe do a little bit of like mix up stuff for like spooky candy, special candies type thing, like going to like beating up the trick or treaters. But in general, hard mode is difficult to learn. It's super resource intensive to get into. It's super resource intensive. Super resource intensive to run. Say that 18 times fast. And yeah, definitely not worth doing. You could also even mix up and do some randoms PvP if you want to give that a shot. If they don't give anything for new players with the Orb, I will be pissed. I think you're going to be pissed, unfortunately, Ignacio. We need to thank you, bro. Your vids got us through the event raid. Keep it up. I think you guys can figure it out. I think you don't give yourselves enough credit. And just outright buying the pumpkin, it's too expensive for the inflated market for the event. Yeah. They should just queue for the PvP mode. That's another one. It's free money for sure. Hard mode pumpkin is more fun than Sworn Grind IMO. Yeah. It definitely is like more engaging as like a type of content, but you can also just like turn your brain off and Swarm Grind, you know. I think it's just gonna be a very good investment long term. $45K. Wall at 45.8, another wall at 46, massive wall at 47. So the depth is pretty good done at 47. Let's see how many chunks. Nah, bro, we farted. All right, let's do this. We're gonna watch the PvE streamer try a randoms battle. Also, does anyone know if this thing resets daily? Because I had 7 wins. I just lost my first game today. I'm really mad about it. No more noobs to stomp. They actually started clicking buttons that made sense. So whatever. But does anyone know if these matchmaking rewards like reset daily? Gamba? No Gamba. This is not a Gamba stream. I'm taking the profit. We'll enter queue because I had these 7. I think these rewards reset, or it might be like a weekly thing, and I just happened to get it. Rewards expire 3 hours. True. Yeah. Thank you. I can't read. Thank you, Lizzie. It's on your screen. Yep. Good to know. So if you're good, you could get up to, I guess it's 25. You need to win 25 or just queue 25 to get the 10 boxes? I think it's win 25. That's a long grind. All right, Masquerain, Quiver Masquerain. I don't think I've used the Assault Vest Toxicroak yet. It is Poison Touch, which is interesting. Sturdy, Bastiodon, Foul Play, Taunt, Rocky, and then in the back we have our Choice Band Krook. So probably looking for like a Choice Band Krook sweep angle. Yeah, that's the only way you get credit. Winning 25 would be tough. Yeah, that's a long ass grind. But 10 boxes is like 450K, right? Armaldo. Maldo Jelly. Want to try to get that quiver off. I'm going to eat a lot of my time here. Pretty sure the rewards reset daily and don't even track usually. They do track. I've gotten a couple before. Real. I can't really thunder. Yep. Metal burst. What's Armaldo's typing? Bug rock. I'm not super afraid of anything here. Let's go. I'm just gonna go poison jab as like kind of a neutral. He keeps the Armaldo in, so let's see what it clicks. Yeah, it was a rock slide in front of that, so that's fine. I don't. Yeah, that's a non-contact move. What are you weak to? Rock, steel, water. That's a steel resist. I'm not going to respect this guy and click Thunder Punch, I think, into Jelly here. Ah, shit. The poison was good. Hit on there. I think he's going to want to keep this guy in. Or I just Stone Edge. Let's just Stone Edge. Yeah, that's a big thick hit. All right, Armaldo dealt with. That's good. One mon down. Probably like a 5-hour grind for 400k. I guess it would just be like a kind of icing on a cake for that. Crobat in. I would like to taunt this Crobat, but it's probably going to be too slow. I'm thinking it's either going to be like a Sky Attack or I'm going to gamble that it's like a Sky Attack, I think. And what we're going to do is go for, or that's not a Sky Attack, and we're going to go for the Quiver Dance on Masquerain. Oh, boom. Quiver Dance into the EQ, and it's probably a Banded Krook, right? It does have a Grass Resist. I can Shadow Ball. Right? Sorry, I'm so slow to play. I like have to check shit because I don't know the game very well. I could like, there's one Grass Resist. I could go for one more Quiver, or I could just, I think he's going to go Crobat, so I think I just Shadow Ball. Yep. And this might be the Sky Attack. Yep. Yeah, oh well. I forced him to burn the Sky Attack, which is pretty good. Now I'm very weak to water, though, which is quite bad. I didn't really think that through. Bite will be neutral on those guys. Stone Edge is just kind of a nice move to click here, I think. Boom, baby. Acidion is just thick. Okay. It is a water resist. Like, I don't know why he doesn't just click water move. Is it afraid of like dry skin or something? It knows he knows I'm poison point. I don't think I don't have the water immunity, right? Because it would be Toxicroak. Is that what you're referring to? I can say, oh yeah, Kev, I'll hit you up after this. We'll go, I'll pretend like I do. They're really chilling with bite. I mean, it would be kind of over, like, Krook is pretty good here. Let's go poison jab again. Ouch. Yeah, that hurts. Oh, and I get the speed drop. I think I lose. I'm pretty fucked. Just click random buttons at this point. Yeah, GG. I guess I probably should have just gone Krook into Krook, but what can I lock into? I've got bite. I guess I can just rotate and then I'll threaten a brick. I don't know who's faster. Yeah, I just lose. Okay. He's got +2 bulldoze coming at me. My bite's going to be resisted. If I click bulldoze, I lose. If I click aqua tail, I probably lose. Brick break, definitely lose. So immune, resist, non-stab. So I'll just click the stab move. Choice banded. And I lose speed. GG. Yeah. Surely Absol is taking a while because they're releasing a huge part 2 patch. Surely. Yeah, with 10 to 5, I guess we got time to kill. I will send Kev Samans off screen here. What do you, I'll just send you, how many do you need, do you think, Kev? How many plus mons do you already have? Plus minus mons. Yo, Oso, what's going on? I DM'd you my curse comp. Okay. Those are your, so you have one Ampharos already, so you could use, you have one Manectric already. You have Plusle Manoon, Plusle. Highlighted it. Okay, so you have a lot of OTs for that guy that you can swap out. Hey, I came here because YouTube was being troll. Oh, was it just you or is like YouTube in general? I got it down to 10 to 15% with this. Okay, here's 3 more. There's Manectrics. Oh, here are the Amphiroses that are good. I knew that I made some good ones. Mild. Oh, well. Goodish. It's too slow. And I'll just send you. This should get you over the hump, I think. So that you'll drop out, like, I think. Is it more important to EV train speed or defense for this fight? It depends, basically. You want to be able to outspeed the boss after it gets perma tailwind. Amph isn't plus. Okay. It's still really good without plus, which is fine. I can send you a couple more. I think that should get you over the hump as is, though, even without the plus Amph. But in general, Crazy Catman, the gist of it is you only need enough speed to outspeed the boss, and then everything else would be good into defense. But because most of these raids are like, I mean, Mandibus is pretty hard, but like they're quote unquote easy, you don't need specific EV spreads. So for this fight in particular, if you were really struggling, you could get to exactly one speed faster than Mandibus with Tailwind, and then put the rest into special defense to potentially live an additional turn. I don't think it'll really make the difference, though. So ultimately, what you would want to do, like things that would make you much more defensive, would be like getting rid of the nasty plots. So like hazing off the nasty plots would save you a bunch. But I didn't see that a Tailwind's at 50%. Yes. So you'll get outsped then. And if you're not outspeeding, you're kind of shot. Is this a child that I can beat up? It is. Yeah, so ultimately, I think you could get away with something like an assault. I think we did some crazy stuff like assault vest magnezone at some point when we were really struggling for damage. But like if you got plus minus Pokemon, it's gonna work. But what if that slash crit mattered? Ugh, I'm tired. Anybody else tired? I lost my train of thought. Last year, I random queued with the guy that insisted on AVT TARs, and it did work out, but I think that's just too gambly with the early heat wave burns. Ooh, yeah. I mean, it's interesting because you've got the special defense stuff. You could also do like a Wonder Room. What are you taking to Absol first try? Just all fighting. Last year it was just run a Sun team with heal block, right? Yeah, you could use a Sun team. If you have fighting, it's better. Absol's like paper thin, basically. So if you've got all fighting like I do here, then it'll go much faster. You just need something else to click when the type inversion happens. So I'm just going to save my Metacham and Gallade for late. Release Absol, Cav. Release the Epstein files. It's more like it. The raid den is sitting dormant. The raid den is sitting dormant. The raid den is sitting dormant. Gee dang. Onyx Pro on YouTube comments asks, what will I get if I defeat all the raids? Get a darkrai summoning orb. Access to the darkrai. You defeat dark. Summon. It's taking too long because Cresselia is inbound. We don't know what time at this point. It could be any hour on the hour. It could be tomorrow. It's tough to say. But it is not released. Brother, I live and breathe copium. 5 o'clock on the dot. Nothing. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen today. Also, Cav, guess how many true solo queue attempts it took me to beat Scolipede? It's either going to be like first try or like 18. Have you seen the question marks on instance info? Will this be Darkrai or something new? It will be Darkrai. They add instance info for the Darkrai 5 stars because it has a 6-hour cooldown. So this is going to say New Moon, minimum level 100, cooldown 6 hours, completed X number of times. But yeah, there's a temporary location added in New Moon Island. All with 3 different language queues. Which queue ended up being the one that worked? The time Lev asked, what should the next time Absol could drop are 24 hours since Mandy. It's 20 hours since then now. But it's not dropped, so we don't really know. Is it too late to get teams together to do the raids? Yeah. Like Michael or Mihail said, you can buy them off the GTL. You do need 1 OT Pokemon. So what I would recommend is you get Prankster Murkrow and breed it yourself, so it gets your OT, and then level it up to 60 for the first couple raids. Then you can go back and level to 80 for the next couple. You can bring a Prankster Murkrow to every raid probably, and use it, and that could be your OT for the first 7 raids. Unfortunately, English and Spanish queues were a bunch of noobs. Yeah, typically. Third was a Chinese queue with a Giga Chad Quash Sableye that helped me get the Trick Room off. Yeah, what a legend. And thank you for the follows. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's coming out now. That's pretty tough. I don't know what to tell y'all. We're just gonna have to wait a bit longer. I know it's been a very long stream. It looks like Twitch did hiccup because I've been streaming for an hour and a half, but it's only 50 minutes on Twitch. So much have crashed there. Never too late to form a team for raids. People can requeue raids if they're full in link. I'm sure that there are a handful of people that are waiting to do raids. Absolutely. Especially given that overworking. Holy, yeah, I know this guy. Yeah, you only really need the Murkrow for these raids, though. There's no Sableye or Whimsicott use. I mean, I guess you could use Whimsicott for a lot of the instances, but you do need Haze, and I'm pretty sure Whimsicott only gets Tailwind and Defog. Yeah, no Haze, so I would go with the Murkrow. You don't need to level Pokemon up to 100? Yeah, so like I said, you can go up to 60 first. Minimum would be 60 for Murkrow, and then I would get Pokemon. Usually you want to get a Sun team. Some cheap options are like Flareon is a physical attacker that's pretty cheap. You'd probably want 31 speed on it. Like Like this is a pretty good option. It's pretty usable for raids at 40k if anybody wants to snipe that up, because the next good-ish one. But like you could even just drop this to like 28 and look for something with a better nature. Like this naughty nature, 28 speed, one for 70k is very good. You could use that pretty easily. Darms are pretty inexpensive at this point. Lonely, this is a nice one for 180k. Darm is a really good mon to have. Chandelures are at like an all-time low because they got nerfed. You want to look at like Chandelures, Typhlosions you probably already have. Infernape is good, but I think they're typically expensive. Yeah. It's a shame we don't have HA Volbeat and Illumise. Yeah. Soon though, maybe like a Lunar New Year drop, I'd see. Does red strat change? Yes. You can't use the same strats for 2 through 5 anymore. Gens 2 through 5. We're thinking about making last minute mons is the leveling. Feels like you have to use an XP boost at the Battle Frontier to make it almost acceptable. Yes. The leveling does feel painful, but if you can do it when you're like, I don't know, doing something else. Like one thing that you could do is pretty quickly make an alt on your phone and just do randoms on your phone while you're leveling. Because you don't need to do anything and you can start getting, you know, XP boxes. You could learn PvP, or you could just catch, well, catching wouldn't really work, but you could beat the regions on a second alt and then, no, that's not a good idea. But there's some stuff that you can do with the second account alt. Yeah, Prankster Sweet Scent would be really nice. Blaziken's good, also very expensive. Are XP Charms expensive right now? Down 60% over 7 days. Yeah, they're way down. Mad, yeah, definitely drop the 100s. The 25% is always funny to me. Everything's mad cheap right now, 10k. Like I might just buy that stack right there. Do you ever only level one at a time? I usually only level one at a time. If you can level the Pokemon itself up, it's good to then level up another one that can't level itself up. Beating kids up gives you around 10 to 20 XP per kid, and you may get EXP candy. Oh, that's also, I didn't think of that. Yeah, using the kids to level up mons might be interesting. Made everything OT just because I saw the XP charm price. Yeah. Yeah, I guess because it was 60, it's like halved. Pretty typical though for event season for it to get this low. If you're wondering on safe investments, things like XP charms, Riches charms, buying them mid-event are pretty safe to give you like 50% to 100% return on investment. What are you waiting on based on your title? Jotafresh asks. We are waiting for the hypothetical absol raid if they keep the raids the same as last year, but it's not out. Every other raid, there's a 20-hour cooldown in between, and so it should have been released about an hour ago, and it's not out, so we are just sitting around doing nothing. I would have bet a lot of money and lost a lot of money that it was going to come out. But, dang. Are there any XP charms in particular worth buying over another? It's more worth it for 20%. The 25% one is like a meme. Don't buy it. It got released like a while ago and it doesn't drop, so it's like expensive, but it's like twice as expensive as 100%. It's basically between a 50% and 100%. 100% are so cheap that you might as well just go with 100% in my opinion at this point. But like at a minimum, you should be leveling with the 50% because it's only 10k. Like this will get up to like 25 or, oh, never mind. Yeah. So at a minimum, I thought they would get more expensive, but isn't Absol already in the game though? It is already in the game. Like you can get alpha Absols via last year's event. So there are, but it's going to be the same boss. So you will be able to get more alpha Absols. Literally 10k to cut your hours in half. Full close. It's 15k or 20k for the, or it's 30k to cut it in half. It's cut it in 2/3. math. But like, yeah. All right. Percentages, yeah. I'm sure someone has done the math, price per gains, but if you have the money to spare, it's like better economically, technically, to do the other one, but your time, the opportunity cost of not doing it is tough. Murkrow is so tough to catch because its catch rate is... Oh, I might not have the right strings loaded for catch rate. I do not. It's like got like a 25 or 15 catch rate. Murkrow. In the base games, it's just absurdly hard. It's 30. So it's like about as tough to catch as like a starter Pokemon. Which makes no sense. Every Pokemon chat, there's someone complaining about how hard Murkrow is to catch LMAO. Yeah, it does have a... I think it's because it's like... like everybody... I'm guessing the expectation's kind of like... You've got your storyline birds, like, you know, your Pidgeys and Sparrows and stuff, and they're all like super easy to catch. And the Murkrow's just like, okay, it's a tiny little bird. How hard could it be to catch? And then boom, it's as hard to catch as like a starter or like, I don't know, much rarer Pokemon. So it's like 5 points higher than a legendary. It's a little more than that. But yeah, it feels like you're trying to catch a legendary most of the time. And then it can have Insomnia after that. It's just like, you got to skill swap it. It's just low catch rate plus dealing with Insomnia is just like, oof. But yeah. Does anyone want to tell me if I were to start doing swarms, where's the turn in? Is it Lavender Town here? Yeah. If I were to start doing swarms and I only want dusk balls, what should I be turning? Should I just be turning in to any one of these? Whichever will take my Pokemon? Insomnia is annoying T-Wave or something? Yeah. I want to... Will Teacher just take any Pokemon? 5-1 if you do Teacher. Just go for the easy swarms and turn it into Teacher. 4-1 if you do the kids. Okay, kids are 4, Teacher's 5. Got it. So basically, okay, cool. I might triple box ice balls. Start with Teacher. Good. I don't care too much about the Froggy, to be honest. It's not that valuable, and I don't like the Vanity all that much. I don't think I'll ever use it. Don't mix. Wait, why don't mix Teacher and kids? Oh, you're saying don't mix Teacher if you want the Froggy. Yeah, I don't care about it. So I would just do the kids for the specific ones just for a better turn-in rate, probably. I've had it not count turn-ins. Interesting. Teacher takes any required to do 25 Teacher first. If you either stock up on all swarms for a bit and then use them, kids are just given all the Teacher, you get them. Yeah, don't do like 3 Teacher and then kids. Okay, so like only do like a full stack, do all 4. I got it. Okay, cool. Thank you. So if I drop like 2 on the Teacher, I have to do 3 more on the Teacher. I give them to just the Teacher because waiting around, you just have to do it for certain swarms. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's kind of annoying. I wish that wasn't the case, but all right. We're calling it here just because I can't wait around for 6 o'clock and then it can't not be here. So we are going to head out. Let's see who is live on Twitch. Rumel's streaming. We're gonna have Rumel raid. Oh, Rumel's gambling? We're gonna watch Rumel gamble. And then that'll be good for me because I can get ready to leave while I watch Rumel. Thank you, YZ. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm sorry that we didn't do some absol and dark right here, but we don't know when it's going to release now, and I gotta go. So I'll let you know when I completed raid on DM. All right, sounds good, Kev. No problem, Rick Riley. Thank you for the follow, Knight of Karam. How do you raid somebody? Raid Rumel 45. And we are going to head out here in just a second on YouTube. I will give you Rumel's. Oh, I have a thing. Wait, override. Is he live on YouTube? He is. Cool. So I'll link that as well in the, I'll link it in both chats just in case you want to, but that is the link to Rumel stream, and we're going to head out. Everybody tell Rumel good luck on the gambling, and peace out. See ya.